Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Lone Star Radio on my mind.
Welcome to the Texas Ticket. This is Armando and Shuri Potts.
Hi. Did you miss me?
I did. I love the patriotic look. This is fantastic.
Thanks.
Yeah, what's going on in your world for Independence Day?
Nothing actually.
Come on. Tell me what is your favorite part of American independence? And what independence benefit do you really, really appreciate?
I mean, me as a woman and all of it.
Freedom of religion, I really like that. And the right to bear arms comes, shortly thereafter.
I don't have any guns. Well, I like fireworks.
And the Freedom of Information Act. The whole freedom of speech and things, and that's part of why we're here today. And a local nonprofit, Lone Star Community Radio. You can find us at LoneStarCommunityRadio.com and check out some of those links below. We can follow, like, and subscribe the station, the show, and you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/TXTicket. You can pledge anytime. You can donate. I mean, I know this isn't the Jerry Lewis Telethon or anything, but no, but we do appreciate it.
But
and
we'll take your money.
Yeah, it really helps. It really helps. I mean, everybody's a volunteer here, and but we like to bring and celebrate some local businesses that aren't volunteers. They're businesses that really rely on programs like these and like ours to help promote their businesses. With us today on the show, we'll see a host of guests, and there's the Bubble Wash folks are coming, and Bubble Boats.
I was like, wash your boat.
Bubble Boats.
They
do wash boats. They do wash boats. They're boat washers, Bubble Boats.
Okay.
And so they go around Lake Conroe, and I don't know.
Like on the lake they wash your boat?
Yeah, and it's all the employees are WISD students.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So one of their employees is coming in today, and the owner of the business, of course, is
Talk
I think
about
his
cheap
mom.
labor.
Yeah. No, well, we don't really know. I mean, maybe.
I mean,
But WISD students, and they'll be in today. Bubble Boats Conroe, and so they'll be coming in. Also, we have one of the. Here in the studio with us now, we have one of the local groups, a new club, dinner, restaurant, event venue, and just great food. The largest dance floor in the Woodlands and Conroe area.
Awesome.
In a restaurant. I know Johnny B. Dalton's got a pretty big dance floor.
I've never been to Johnny B. Dalton.
It's got a big dance floor.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's quite that big, but it's pretty close.
Okay.
It's really big. Plenty of room, large full-size stage. Ego Cuisine and Music. It's a Conroe address, North Woodlands. Let's bring them in today, get this show started.
Welcome.
Welcome. And correct me on the names.
Angie, Flores.
And Joe Flores.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the show, you guys.
Thank you for having us.
And tell me a little bit about your place, where it's at. It's over, and I'll jump in while I answer my own question. The Lowe's area right there, the 242.
We're actually in a Conroe address, but we're actually in the Woodlands Township. Okay. So really, technically, we can say we're Woodlands because we're right in the Woodlands Township, but our address is actually a Conroe address.
Nice.
I see.
And our parking lot kind of meets up with the Lowe's parking lot, but we're a separate entity.
I heard the food's fabulous.
Absolutely.
What
it's
kind
amazing.
of food?
So I think it's very much more Americana. So we do an amazing burger, but we also do things like salmon. We do pork, really good ribeye steaks.
I saw the steak. The ribeye's like I stare at it like it's going to do something.
Good.
Shrimp and pasta, different stuff.
Different stuff. But I think that one of the things that makes us quite unique from what a lot of people have been talking about our food is that our particular chef that we have, he makes all his own sauces, all his own seasonings, so he actually marinates everything really well, so you can really get that flavor.
I'm a sauce girl. I love sauce.
Yeah.
I saw pictures. That just doesn't do it for food, though.
He makes a
Your
lot
food
of
looks
effort
pretty.
in the taste.
And presentation, everything from the plateware, the cutlery, the tables, the room has a real nice ambiance, lots of neon. It's got that, it's that's a little sexy. It's a little sexy. I'll say that word. There's a salsa night there, isn't there?
wow.
Absolutely, and that's one of our.
So teach you to be sexy.
Yes,
It's a lesson, right?
Up on that.
So we do between 8:15 and 9 o'clock. We have like free salsa dance classes. And
every night?
Yeah, no, just on a Thursday because
Okay.
salsa night is really Thursday night.
8:15
and we
to
have an
9:15?
amazing Cuban dance teacher. So when you talk about sexy, it's all about that charisma.
Yeah.
And everybody loves it. And then after that, we have a live salsa band, so you can practice what you
Very cool.
just learned.
Yeah.
It's
Or you just
it's
watch other
awesome.
people do it, right?
Yeah, but we make sure we drag everybody out.
I don't dance unless I've had a couple of drinks. Do you serve drinks? Is this a beverage place?
It's great. I think one thing about our salsa night also is that our live salsa bands are real salsa musicians.
Oh, nice.
I mean, they're not musicians they're all from over there from Venezuela, Colombia, Cuba. So when you go hear that music, it's the real authentic type music.
But again, I need to have a couple drinks before I can dance. You serve
Well, that's
drinks?
me too. But I mean, but
Do you serve drinks?
Oh, yeah, we
she's a
do.
great
We-
salsa
we-
dancer. I'm
we-
not.
So it's a full bar?
Yeah, absolutely
Full
full
bar.
bar. We
Tell me
have
about that
happy
wine
hour.
list.
We have happy hour between 4 and 7
Okay.
Every day or
every
just
day,
Monday to
between
Friday?
Tuesday through to Saturday.
Okay.
Okay.
And with that, we do an amazing cocktail. We have our own College Park cocktail, which is absolutely awesome.
Wine,
And we
the
do-
vino. How's
we
that
do
wine list look?
Oh no, wine's pretty good.
Is it a
Pretty good
one-page wine list?
I mean,
a
it's-
two-page?
we're not quote unquote a wine bar. We have a good selection of wines.
You're
and
red.
also
Are
we've
you
got-
a red or white?
We've got
I'm red.
me.
You're red. You're red.
I don't drink wine.
You're red.
unfortunately.
You're
I'm
red.
red.
Okay, so what's the go-to? What do you when you walk in and you're like, oh, what a day! I need a glass of wine. What do you
Right.
pour yourself?
A good glass of Josh.
Josh.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to.
And we've got really good
Checking the palates.
draft beers as well.
Check the.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Good drafts. We have we've got stuff like different types. The draft beers that are out popular now.
Nice.
All nice and cold.
You
good
had
draft.
the Captain Fantastic last weekend, right?
Oh,
Something
yeah.
like that. As the
Yeah.
Elton John tribute
That
band was
went
at your
really-
place.
That went really well. It was a
Wow.
really good evening, actually. It was
Cool.
quite crazy.
I wanted to
Kind of
go.
brought back my school era.
Feeling it, right?
That's
That kind of music gets you there,
Yeah,
and
it
I
was-
get
it was
that.
Good it was actually a good evening.
Right, it was a very,
very good evening.
So people, they would eat dinner and then listen to music.
And
They
then
eat
dance,
and
yeah.
listen to
That's
music.
right. Well, that's it. Really and truly, we've been in the music business for years, so we've kind of designed this place differently. As it's a musician's place to play. We've got a huge stage. Our stage is very rider friendly. What I mean by that is that when we do book big acts, from LA or around the world, I mean,
can fit on
their
stage.
rider or our
Yeah.
stage can
Accommodate
accommodate
them.
what they want with green rooms.
Oh, perfect.
We have in-house equipment, the whole bit. And on top of that, our dance floor is really big. Our dance floor is really good, and it's if you're a dancer, you really like to move
Yeah.
on it. And I
And
think
what-
that's one of our good selling
Yeah,
points.
and one of the other things that are a good selling point for us at Egos is that people like the fact that they can actually come there at 6 o'clock when we open for our evening meal, and they can actually come and have a nice meal, have a really good drink, because we do fantastic cocktails, as we said, and then they can then go and dance. So it's
But
like a
let me ask you
one-stop
this:
shop.
is it staged like I got to eat first and then the kitchen
No,
will
no,
close
no,
and then
not
the
at
food
all.
starts?
The way that it's laid out, the stage is at the very front, and then the dance floor's kind of
Right in the middle.
right in the middle, and then we have dining all the way round.
But we can order food throughout.
Oh, yeah,
And you can
all
order
the time.
food throughout, and that's
Okay,
what people
it-
love.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
that's
they
a nice
absolutely
touch.
love, and then we're not cluttered.
It's
because
difficult, but a nice
Right.
touch.
It's a big area, so it's you're not cluttered, you're not on top of each other, and that's what people say they like a lot. That the fact that they can eat,
Yeah.
and they can carry on drinking and have their table for the evening, and then just keep going backwards and forward to that dance.
What
floor.
time do you guys close?
And also, if you're looking for
1:32.
a nice
in the
intimate
morning,
evening with
1:30,
your
2 o'clock.
girlfriend or your wife, we have some nice VIP areas with some nice couches that you can kind of sit back and relax. It takes away that you're just sitting at a table, So
Yeah.
we've got 4 of those available.
But some occasions are romantic occasions. Some we're not.
Right,
we're,
that's right,
we're,
yeah.
we're buddies. We're hanging out. We're having some drinks. Like to dance.
Yeah.
But others,
Do you
it's
allow
our
kids?
anniversary.
That's
You
right,
know,
yeah.
it's
Well,
like
exactly.
it's a
Yeah.
handle.
Right.
Yeah, Friday we had an anniversary in there. We had
Oh,
this
that sounds
amazing
nice.
R&B singer called Kamel. It was absolutely awesome. And this couple had been married. They were celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
And they arrived to us at 5 o'clock.
That sounds so cool.
Came for happy hour drinks. They had a lovely meal with us, and they didn't actually leave until 12:30 at night. They
And I saw the
danced
menu
and
pricing. It's
celebrated
really
all night.
it's really well priced, and
Right.
it's a great opportunity to not get too crazy, but people to hang out after
Yeah.
dinner and stay for
Yeah.
the show. I mean, if I'm having dinner and Captain Fantastic's playing at the
Right.
same time, it's like
Oh,
this
yeah.
is like I don't even need
Well,
to leave. No travel involved, no relocation, no extra lift home.
Yeah.
There's only one lift there, one lift back, and
Exactly.
it's a wonderful.
You kind of get the best of both worlds. I mean, because I think we're located just one light off of I-45. College Park Drive, 242.
Yeah.
We've got lighted parking. We have plenty of parking, so you don't have to walk to your car. It's all very safe parking, and everything is right there. We've also got access to one of the nice hotels there in case you want to book
the Hyatt
book
Regency Grand Central
yeah,
Park
the Hyatt
Conroe.
Regency,
Yeah,
there
that's
you
great.
go. And
Now you
we're
can
gonna-
come
we're
down
gonna make the deal when we
I-45.
leave
So
here.
just let me cut in
Right.
there. You can come from I-45 to your location. It's 45. Take a right on 242.
Take a right. The first
Right,
light.
and if
take
you're
a
coming
right.
from Houston, it's take a left on 45.
Take a left, that's
right.
correct,
So
yeah.
we're going west side
Right.
to find your location, and
Yeah.
you're in the front of the Lowe's area
Right.
there.
Absolutely.
And if you needed a dinner, you can get it there. If
Right.
you want to dance, you can get it there. Full
That's
bars
right.
there. The
Do you
whole
allow
night,
children?
private
And
rooms.
one thing that's what's
during
that?
the early hours, during happy hour, if mum,
You kick 'em out at what
families wanna
time?
Yes, so we tend
Yeah.
to try and kick them out on about sort of 9 o'clock. However, we do. Although we don't officially open every Sunday, we do open on Sundays for events. So 2 Sundays ago, we had an absolutely fantastic.
Quinceañera.
And we have one of those
we've got
coming
one
up.
of those
yeah.
coming up.
Oh, wow,
But no,
okay.
we had
They're
one
so
of
pageantry.
the colleges had their music graduation.
Oh, okay.
So we had about 14 students where they'd written songwriters, all
Yeah.
their
That is so
debut.
cool.
And there was 14 of them came onto the stage, did their little performances,
Yeah,
and
it's
we
really
had
good,
grandma, mum, dad, kids. We had the whole works in there.
That's exactly
It
right.
was fantastic. It was really good. And what was so amazing for the youngsters, being on that huge stage
Yeah.
with the backdrop. 'cause
You have
we
that
were
cool
nailed on and
electronics
everything,
back
yeah.
there, right?
They just
Yeah.
felt that they were like really superstars. Yeah, it
We've
was
got
fantastic.
on our
They
stage.
just wanna
We
get
have,
on
we have an
stage.
11 by 21 foot video wall
Oh, wow.
behind our stage. It's really nice. I mean,
It is very nice.
Whenever the bands stop, the band's logos and stuff are on the screen. And so when they go on break, our DJ takes over, and so all the videos are on the wall too. So it makes it pretty interesting,
So they love
even
it,
for
yeah.
people who are kind of like you said, or need
Yeah.
a couple of drinks to kind of get loose to want
Yeah,
to dance.
just having fun.
A lot
Oh,
of people
yeah.
are quite happy just to sit there and have a couple of drinks and watch that big screen and the videos. You'd be surprised how many people just go down memory lane
Yeah.
thinking about that kind of stuff.
So do you guys have different types of music, different nights, or you just book however?
We have different themes. Like I say, our salsa nights every Thursday,
Right.
and that's pretty consistent. We've been doing. We started a Wednesday night with a local artist named Jessie Roach.
Okay.
And she came from The Voice, and she's done very well out here. We've got another girl named Camille Bonner. That's a local act. These are all really good professional people. We've got we've got Ayana.
Is Camille her stage name? Is that the real name she uses? Or is that the name she told you on her
Well, that's
real?
her stage name.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's her.
Camille is the
And then we
stage
do
name? 'Cause I know a
karaoke on
Bonner.
a
Yeah.
Tuesday night. So every Tuesday's karaoke, and countries like Joe said on a Wednesday.
If
And then
somebody
Fridays and
wants to-
Saturdays are all different type music.
Yes.
We're trying to mix up all demographics of music,
Yeah.
to where everybody can dance and have a good time.
If somebody wants to book with you, how do they get a hold? Like, how do they do that?
So generally, they can either go onto our Facebook page
Okay.
or our website, and they can book through that, or they've got Open Table, or we're on Yelp. So there's quite
The
enough-
musical acts, though, like how?
Oh, if
Yeah.
a musical act wants to book through us, I
Yeah.
mean, just either call the club and get in touch with myself or Angie,
Okay.
and we'll go that way. So
We got a lot of
I
music.
know. I was like, I have
acts.
some.
Oh,
some
yeah.
people
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah,
we
just
get
give us
them-
a call,
seriously, we
seriously.
get them daily. With
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
wants to come and play at our.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we get a chance to hear them, and and we've met quite a few that have really stirred
Yeah.
and rocked us around a bit, and they rocked this place, and just blow the roof off this sucker.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
have a
but-
couple
We've
of
got
good-
we've got a lot of. I've had another venue before back years ago that we had a lot of acts that went through there, and I had owned recording studios and I did production and booking.
Okay.
So we have a lot of access to a lot of big major acts.
Yeah.
And also we've already had anybody in Houston has been at our spot already. You know, we're just trying to introduce the people and get people to come out to see them.
Sure.
And
I mean, it's an amazing. I mean, when you see them at this place, it's like a live concert. I mean, there's really not not just because it's our place. I don't really know of any place in the Woodlands, much less maybe even Houston, other than like, you know, House of Blues, some of the corporate stuff that really offer what we offer as far as live entertainment and dancing. It's very safe too. That's what we really put.
So
Clean restrooms.
You've got Brooks and Straight coming July 12th,
Yes,
and
sir.
that is the Brooks and Dunn tribute band.
Right.
You also got 1999. Now this is a Prince tribute band. I'm really excited about.
That's gonna be really
and
awesome.
we've got some VIP media passes for that. Just wanted to make sure you know that
I
one.
thought I was gonna marry him when I was.
She's
There
like,
you
well, did
go.
you need to come anything to come and visit or anything like that? No,
That's
just
gonna
that
be absolutely
1999
awesome.
thing.
Well, you guys will definitely have a table. All you do is make a call.
I'm looking forward to it, and that's when I think before we even met that I had my eye on it. I was like,
Right.
wow, what? And, I've followed some other tributes like the Eagles and Beach Boys, and the Beach Boys Endless Summer Tour is coming up over at Do-Si Do. We can catch those guys there, and I really enjoyed those. And I saw a Queen tribute band that was really
Right.
good. I loved it. He did really well. He had to warm up a bit though, but once he got going, he got going. I mean,
Yeah,
he
he
all of a
was
sudden
really
it
good.
was him. I mean, I don't know if it
Yeah.
was the vino talking or what, but that got better by the minute.
You know, we have another coming up also, a Shakita. It's called She Wolf.
Yeah.
We also have a Lenny Kravitz tribute.
Okay.
And we also have I think one, the Cars.
Ah.
And we also have one that's really, really big. It's called, he does an 80s tribute, and he goes by Mr. Wonderful.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
he books, anywhere he goes, he books solid. And so
He's got a full big band and
he's
stuff.
got-
Mr. Wonderful's
and
like
all
not
of these,
just one
all
guy.
of these are full big bands. I mean,
Yeah,
they're not
yeah.
just people up there singing. They're
Yeah.
actual bands and stuff.
Big
with light
band, yeah.
shows,
They
you know.
play the whole thing.
there's-
September's going to be a real busy month.
Yeah.
August, September.
Kind of reminds me of the concert pub. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Back
It's
in the
kind of
day.
That's the
yeah.
feel of, but
Yeah.
that's what we've created. You've got that feel as if you're actually going to a concert, but
Yeah.
the intimacy
Yeah.
of that restaurant, the coziness
Yeah.
of it, the way that we've kind of set it up, so you're getting the best of both, because you do feel like you're going to a concert,
Yeah.
but you have that intimacy.
Very cool.
Well, let's give them the ways to get hold of you. Ways
Yeah.
to what number do I call to book a reservation for Prince right now?
You would call the restaurant number, which is 936. We had memorized. That's pretty bad. Either call the best way to do it is just get on our website or our Facebook. Our website is eaglecuisineandmusic.com, and all of our Facebook stuff is on there. Our number for the venue is there, and also
otherwise it's 936-224-7926.
You guys are on Open Table as well.
Yes.
Yes, Open Table and
so
Yelp,
that's
you
the
know.
number for the restaurant.
So is
But-
there a
but-
fee for the concert
Yeah,
along
there
with
is.
the dinner?
It does vary. I mean,
Okay.
on an average, like on a Friday evening when it's just like one of our, when I say regular but good band, it's like
Sure.
$10. But when we have our big tribute bands, it tends to be between 20 and 25.
Okay. And it's 936-224-7926 for reservations. The address is 3074 College Park Drive. You can find them at facebook.com/Ego Cuisine and Music, full word. You can email them at reservations@egocuisineandmusic.com or visit them on the World Wide Web at egocuisineandmusic.com. Thank you for coming. We appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Folks,
looking
we'll be
forward to it.
back.
Thank you so
after
much for having us.
this.
Yes, thank you.
Lone Star Radio on my mind.
Audience of One, Wednesdays at 10 a.m. right here on Conroe's 106.1 and 104.5. Listen to the brain droppings of local hosts, me, Andrew Belshner, along with the jewel of Montgomery County radio, Dick Schisler. Topical musings, news stories, oddities, or just weird conversations that we normally have with ourselves, all mixed together with the occasional guest. You can also find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts.
Welcome back to the Texas Ticket. This is Armando and Shuri, and we have some guests in the studio here today. One of our guests is it's Kyle. It's Kyle and Heather.
Yes.
Right, Heather?
That is
And
me.
it's the Bubble Boats.
Yes.
What is Bubble Boats?
So, Bubble Boats is a little bit of a brainchild between my husband, myself, and then our best friends of 24 years.
Okay.
We've owned boats between the four of us, actually, for combined 40 years. And, our favorite, we're both families. We live on the same canal, on the lake, on Lake Conroe. And we've been boat owners and, on Lake Conroe for years. I mean, we've been 15 years at a minimum there every weekend. And every single weekend, the biggest pain is whenever you go to get on the boat to either go to the dam or go out to eat or just go watch the sunset. Your boat's covered in spider webs. It's covered in dirt. It's covered in grass clippings. It's disgusting. And now you have it, after a week long of working your hiney off, you have an hour worth of cleaning before you can actually go just start your weekend. So we sat down one night and we were like, this is just not, we're done with this. And I'm sure everybody else on the lake is too.
Sure.
And so we came up with the idea that why not have a subscription service where people can sign up and pay a monthly fee and have somebody come out and get your boat wiped down and ready to go. So that way, whenever 5 o'clock hits on Friday, you can walk down to your lift, get on your boat, and go do whatever you want, and it's done. And you don't have to think about it
It's so cool
anymore.
because if you're not from Lake Conroe, if you're waterside anywhere, you probably get it right there.
Yes.
Because even if you didn't plan to go this month anywhere, well, you never really do, and number one. And number two, if you got 2-3 weeks in the summer, there's new cobwebs all over that thing that just got there. And they're in your koozie, they're in your cup holder, they're
my
behind
gosh.
your seat.
You never really end up going on the boat when you plan on it. It's always like a
It's always an ordeal.
It's
if
always
you
like
plan it, yeah.
man, a boat would be nice right now.
And then you go down there, and it's disgusting.
Yeah, and you're like, all right, my impromptu is just subdued by the chore ahead. So a regular plan sounds like it's real advantageous for lakeside, irregardless whether I had plans or not. I mean, I
Yes.
think it's just prudent planning. I mean, I'm
Exactly.
gonna want to go out, and it's kind of like working out. I mean, if you put a gym in your home, you're more likely to step over there more often.
Exactly.
A clean boat, I'm more likely to use the boat.
100%.
So tell me how you're working with Willis ISD students.
You bet. So what we have decided is that our actual crew, we have a ton of boat-loving and water-bound children that go to Willis schools. And
Here's a flyer. It has the crew and the owners and
Yes.
everything on it.
Cool.
so what we actually do is we have hired, obviously my son, he kind of got a shoe in. He didn't have to really interview, so to speak.
You knew somebody.
he knew somebody to get
You've
in.
watched a few boats in your time.
Exactly.
A couple.
And so then we recruited a few of the other kids that, I mean, all of them are either athletes, they're on the fishing team, they are in FFA, they're wrestlers, whatever it might be. They're active students that have a really hectic and busy schedule with their sports and college coming up and all of that. So it's kind of hard for them to actually have a regular 9-to-5 job outside of summer hours.
Sure.
So what we decided is that by bringing these kids on board, it allows them to have a really flexible schedule, yet still earn that money for gas and to learn that little bit of entrepreneurship at their age. And then in doing so, what we're also doing is giving some of our proceeds back to Willis ISD by actually supporting the Willis ISD Bass Cats fishing team. So
Yeah, they did great last year. I thought I recognized your face just now when I saw you. One of these, I thought it was, or
yes,
the
whether
pose?
it's holding by a lip
what's the
or-
pose? There it is. Mine's more like this, so it looks bigger.
Yes.
Yeah, here it is.
That's the trick.
Yeah. Well, we've been fishing out here a long time. We've been watching the fishing teams. Montgomery's doing really well. Lions got new teams doing really well. I think they can combine up or something for fishing. Or is that golf? But
I think Montgomery ISD might combine. I know that I think Conroe combines as well. I'm not positive.
I honestly have no idea.
yeah. So Bass Cats is Willis, and
Yes.
so biggest bass. What's biggest bass weight you pulled in?
Well, the thing is,
Come on now.
I don't really catch. I don't really
I don't
catch.
know if you're about to get a fisherman story or not.
I don't really catch a lot of big fish. I just catch a lot of fish.
Yeah.
Right now, my record's like 6.5 pounds.
That's a big fish. You
It's,
kidding
it's
me?
not. It's big, but it's not like a 10-pound fish. Those aren't very common,
it's not
but
like
it's still
6.8. It's a 6.5, but still, that's
it
great.
still would be nice to catch a bigger one.
That I've seen 2-pound bass win big bass in tournaments out here on the lake.
I've seen smaller.
Yeah, and that by definition is a big bass. You know, so you can bubble boat big bass.
Just all the bees. We're just gonna go all the bees.
Well, yeah, and 'tis the season, because I want to go all the time, and it needs to be clean all the time. But I think the off season is a really good time to do the maintenance. How do you plan to do that during the off season while they're at school and doing that other hectic schedule?
So what we've done is we've tried to diversify which athletes and which students we have, so that way, whenever for example, he's in football. So whenever he has football practice and his other football teammate Tanner, who is one of our crew members, he also will be in football practice. But Reed is an off season because he plays baseball. So that way we can kind of diversify, and we'll always have boys available to get out there and get cleaning.
Well, I think you're probably going to get a lot busier than you think. I think.
I mean, that's the goal.
That's the goal.
I hope you're popular. Got a couple friends. I think that roster will get pretty busy and use that up quite a bit. I mean, it's unavoidable. It is. And there's no like mister for the boat dock, and even when they don't work, you know what I mean. And what do you do? Spray Lake Conroe 10 times a day? It's probably not. Exactly. Then you go eco-friendly, and only half of them go anywhere anyway. And it's like kind of worked.
Yeah. Well, and honestly,
it sort of worked.
And honestly, the bug misters, you're not even SJRA usually will not allow you to install them on your boat lifts.
I wouldn't think so.
So it's just a necessary evil that you're just always going to have it.
They come back right away. I've cleared my stairwell in the same 4-hour period on Lakeside. I've cleared the deck. Started walking up to the deck. I've cleared those stairs 3 or 4 times the same day. It's like, first thing in the morning, kind of got it, bring the broom out, clean all the spider webs off. You get downstairs for a little bit. On your way back up, it's back.
Yep.
Like, what the heck just happened?
Where did he come from?
I take it down, and then later at sunset, we come back out again. Maybe take out the garbage or something. It's back again. Oh, the same spider web.
They never go away.
Yeah, never. It's nuts. And so when you say, man, about how, if you're Lakeside, you already know. I mean, that's unavoidable. And they're crazy right now. I don't know if the flooding water rising did something with that and the fire ants, but
it's nuts.
Everything's going crazy. All the little critters we've noticed have moved different. They're acting different. And I just figured they're displaced because of the flood bit, and it's not the earth-changing position or anything. I don't know.
We're not going to go down those rabbit holes.
Yeah, there's a bunch of, something's going on with the critters, because it feels like they're offbeat. We've got a lot more red ants in places like sheds that don't have any food or any reason for them to be there. It's like, why is that an ants in this shed? It's like, or in the bathroom, and it's like,
yes.
Why are they in the bathroom?
We've had them in our pantry before.
Yeah.
And not even like
that kind of makes sense.
No,
there's food there.
Not even sugar ants, like fire ants. Wow. They were literally coming in through the weep holes.
It's crazy, right? What do you do about that? It's just the plagues of the lakeside. I mean, those palmetto bugs, those big old suckers. But those things they run like, they're there no matter what we do. I don't think nuclear age will do anything to make them stronger. They're bigger.
That's all that's going to be left.
Yeah, those guys. They did survive, didn't they? Wow. But I think that the others are just, they're in a move around. It's the heat, the temperature, the flooding, whatever's going on. They're going crazy right now, and it's just in an extreme way. But I think there's a whole lot more to getting that boat clean. I mean, I remember the wells getting algaed up, the beer well and the fish well.
Whichever you're using it for.
We used to have this huge cooler full of boat beer, and the boat beer is all the beer that sat in the sun way too long. That you first you start throwing it out, then after a few years of boat ownership, you're like, just put it in that little fridge right there. It's still okay.
Somebody will drink it.
What is that in the boat? Eventually, after getting in trouble and getting caught, you put boat beer on that fridge. What does that mean? It's just beer that was in the boat. It's fine.
It'll be fine.
Ish.
You might be okay.
Yeah.
Maybe drink it at the end of the day.
Yeah, end of the day. Last beer of the day.
That's the last beer of the day.
Don't start with that. That cooler. I don't know. But I imagine all that stuff is just part of the routine, cleaning out these boats. It was always mine. It was always like there's, wow,
yeah,
should
what
have
does
cleaned
the
that
weekly
out.
service entail?
So weekly service, and he can actually give you a fuller breakdown of this, but essentially what it comes down to is we start off with an initial deep clean, where we'll have more than 2, but up to 4 of our team members come out and actually spend a good solid hour and a half deep cleaning the boat. And that's going to be, and Kyle, you can go ahead and go through?
So the deep clean is going to be everything. Like, it's going to be the hardest part because your boat hasn't been cleaned for a while. So you're going to be able to get everything off. But then after that, the weeks after that, it's easier to clean. It's just like knock the spider webs off, the dust and whatever, just make it look pretty.
So
But
is it like an on-call, like, hey, how does that work?
So whenever we have somebody sign up for our monthly membership, so for example, we had one sign up today that essentially the boys come out, they assess the boat. If it's under 25 foot, we have pretty much a set price. And then they'll do a one-time clean. That one-time clean has an initial fee, and then it's a monthly membership. And that monthly membership allows for one clean a week every single month. And that one clean a week, if let's say, you decide that you want that boat cleaned on Thursday or Friday.
Thursday.
Exactly. Thursday is a great day. So that way, come Friday morning, if you decide to skip work, you can, boat's already done.
Or work from the boat.
Or work from the boat.
Remote.
We're not going to say if I've done that or not.
Yeah.
And, but then what they're also going to do every single week is they're also going to condition any leather in the boat. They're going to condition the seats. They're going to condition the plastic. So that way, not only is it just being cleaned, it's also maintaining your lake kept asset.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that way, during the winter, granted, let's be honest, in Conroe, you're only not using that boat 2 months out of the year, maybe, if you're using it all the time.
Right.
Because I can't tell you how many times on Christmas Day or New Year's Day we've boated to dinner.
Yeah.
Or whatever it might be. And so, because we kind of talked about that, is it going to be seasonal? Because
I was gonna say, do they pause their subscription during those months? Or?
Exactly. And that's completely up to them if they want to. However, by making sure that the boat's getting conditioned every single week, let's say next summer you decide you're ready to upgrade. Well, you know that your seats are in top condition because our boys do take photos before and after. So that way, if they're starting to see a tear at a seam on one of the seats, or if they're starting to see a crack on the dashboard, that's all documented. So that way, hey, this is going on, and we're just going to kind of keep watching it. And then that way they can give us whether my husband, myself, or Lance or Allison a heads up. Hey, we were at, Mr. Smith's house, and we noticed that the back left seat kind of has some pulls right by the strings. Not sure what's going on there. We can send the pictures to the owner and say, hey, I know you haven't been at your lake house in a couple of weeks. We're noticing the seam is starting to pull on this back seat. Not sure what you want to do about it, but we just wanted to give you a heads up.
Yeah.
So essentially, it's making sure that year round, the boat's taken care of. And, it's a big investment.
Yeah.
And by making sure it's taken care of year round, you know that next summer, whenever you're ready to upgrade, you're not going to lose value.
Yeah.
So, if my boat's hanging in April Plaza Marina, can you fix it? Can you clean it there?
Absolutely.
If my boat is at Stowaway, can you come fix it there?
Absolutely. So if it's at
everywhere on Lake Conroe.
Anywhere on Lake Conroe, we don't discriminate.
And
And honestly,
still at the store.
Let's say.
Hopefully they detail it before before it leaves the store.
Okay.
But
Next question: If it's in the water and part of the task is to get it out of the water, could you lift it up for me and get it out of there and clean the bottom, or do you just do the interior?
So we do hulls as well.
Okay.
So we'll clean the hull and the interior, but usually what we do is the boat is on the lift. And the first time around, we have it's called Starbright. It's a soap and a wax combined. And we'll scrub the hull with that, and we'll get under the water line. We can't quite get to the very bottom of the hull, but we can get to every part that anybody will be able to see.
Yeah.
Which is what is most important.
But when we clean it and lift it out, can you do the bottom of the hole that way?
Absolutely.
We can.
If you want to take your boat out of the water and have them do a full detail, we can do that as well.
Yeah, because they get green down there if you don't. I mean, it gets bad and it just keeps getting worse. I mean, and
It just builds.
Like if I set it in the water for more than 6 months, it's greened out. I mean, it'll be, just all the way to the water line. If you did that, but
Yes.
but anyway, it doesn't take much is the point, and it's tough to get out. Even if I had it myself in the driveway, usually there's got to put some magic on it to get that stuff off and keep the boat in one piece. It doesn't come off easy. We were using that, that toilet duct. Yeah, totally not good for the environment, but man, it gets
No, not overly.
it's horrible. But boy, it'll get anything off the side of that boat. It worked. It's a toilet cleaner.
No,
So
but what a great idea. I mean,
yeah, how do they get hold of you? How do they
Yeah.
call you? What do they do?
Yes. So our phone number is on the pamphlet or on the flyer. And then we also are going to have business cards. Now we're going to have a few of these flyers out at a couple of the different boat repair shops. Tim's Boat Repair has actually already said that they would partner with us and let us
Let's go,
advertise there.
Tim's. What a nice guy.
Yes,
And he can
and-
reach you by phone now
Yes.
at 936-209-7506.
That is correct.
Bubbleboats.net.
Bubbleboats.net. And we do have an online booking on there. So that way, if you just want us to
Really?
come out, yes.
How cool
So
is that?
if you just want us to come out and just do a consultation, or let's say you have a boat that's larger than 25 foot, or if you have a boat that has an interior, so for example, like a cuddy cabin or a sailboat that has an interior, we will need to quote those before we just send somebody out to clean.
Sure. Yeah.
So you can actually book all of that on our webpage. There is, if you just want more information, we do have a contact us kind of on there, and you can ask all the questions you want, and it'll send it straight to our
Yeah, like
email.
out of town folks got a boat hanging somewhere at one of these marinas, and they just come on
Exactly.
the weekends, or every now and then, or sometimes, or when I can get away. But I sure like it
Yes.
clean.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
sure.
and that way, if they're only here 6 months out of the year, but they want their boat cleaned all year, absolutely, we can do everything remotely. We can even FaceTime with the customer and let them see the boat, and kind of let them know what's going on.
And any special stuff, just call and ask.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, so what year are you? When do you graduate?
2026.
2026, right around the corner, man. What are you going to do after that? What's the plan?
The goal is to go to A&M.
A&M. Okay. Did
We'll
you
see where that goes.
Did you see Garth Brooks fill that place last week or a week or two ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I saw that on Instagram, TikTok, pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
He filled it. So that's crazy. It brought it back to light when we graduated. My son graduated from Montgomery High School. They had him at Kyle Field for the graduation ceremony from Montgomery High School. It's kind of neat. But I think he's going to be going to Sam. We just got back from Marine Corps, and we're all really excited about that. And see where it goes. I think we just did a college campus tour and again last week, and it's getting there. We're about ready to start back up. It's crazy, right? It goes by so fast.
It goes so fast.
We still got time, though. You still got plenty of time.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I have 2 years
It
left.
won't feel like that once I reach senior year.
Yeah.
But
When do you
it
start-
feels like that now.
When does 2-a-days start?
I'm sorry.
2-a-days?
Football.
Football practice.
Oh, I
Gym
have
one
no
day,
idea.
field the next.
He's like, I just
Or
got
gym
out.
half day. It's gym half day and then field half day. So it's
They don't
two
do
in a
that
day.
anymore. It's too hot.
Oh, it is hot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Y'all
They
got
do-
a nice place over at Willis now. The Willis Ice-Teas gym. No.
No, I mean it's okay. I mean we had a better one that was planned.
Which
but
part of the high school?
No. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong.
No.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't
but-
go over there very often, but
But he's had SAC camp all summer, which is strength and conditioning.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
and that kind of gets them acclimated to the heat already. And then they do an acclimation week required by UIL the week before school starts.
there you go. All right. Well, guys, we'll again reach out. What's that number?
I just
More
have
time
one
on it?
question then before you read
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Are y'all
absolutely.
still hiring? Or
So
like,
as of right now, we have our 5 crew members, and then ultimately as we grow, hopefully I will be hiring.
cool.
There you go. So you can make your bookings and things like that at bubbleboats.net. And you can call them at 936-209-7506. Thank you, Heather,
That
for
is
coming.
it.
Kyle, my pleasure. You guys,
Yes,
will-
sir.
Thank you for coming out.
Thanks for having us.
Lone Star Radio on my mind. So won't you kick your feet up if you have a minute?
Every Friday, tune into Texas Ticket on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM with Armando Nino of Gull Lake Conroe, focusing on Montgomery County area events and places. Get a feel of the Texas spirit at the event, paired with guest and vendor interviews, event coverage, and ticket giveaways, and so much more. Join us Fridays and punch your Texas ticket. For more information on the show, visit irlonestar.com/Texas Ticket.
Lone Star Radio on my mind. So won't you kick your feet up if you have a minute?
Welcome back to Armando and Shuri with the Punch Your Texas Ticket segment of
Yeah,
the show. Yeah.
Why is that so hard?
I don't know.
You're just ready to fight somebody.
there's trains in Boston there. You punch your ticket all the time. There's trains in
Yeah, but they
like
don't
so
punch
many
your
states.
ticket.
That, you
They
get a
punch your
terminal.
ticket.
Yeah, but in Texas we don't really have any of that stuff. It's not really
That's true.
ticket normal around
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. They
Except
scan our
like
tickets.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It just I got it though. I got it.
Yeah.
So Eagle Cuisine and Music, they were here
Yeah.
today. Great group.
I want to go there. It sounds
yeah.
like a fun place.
We committed to that a
the
couple of those
1999 or
events, the
whatever.
Prince,
Yeah.
1999 later in the month, and we'll share some of those links down there for you guys to see what shows they have, and usually we try to go to everything we talk about because there's always so much cool stuff
Yeah.
going on. I didn't get too far into the calendar before I was like, that's as much as I think I can talk about. There's a lot of other things. Be sure to look. We go to sites like Google and check out events near me. We go to visit Conroe,
Yep.
the Do-Si Do page, because there's a good calendar there. Eagle Cuisine and Music has a nice calendar on their page. You can see all their events. The City of Conroe Parks and Recreation has events here at Heritage Park, but usually you can catch all those on that Visit Conroe page.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Wait, tell me about this free Conroe Citizens concert.
that's right. Our premiere event
Yeah.
coming up. There's a Citizens Cafe and Catering right there at 105 and 336. It's actually 3830 West Davis. It's on the West Loop, 336 and 105 in Davis. And right about across the street from the HEB. There's a Wake Church there. And on August 24th, they'll have Reverend Ray McDonald and his band is going to be out there. And if you know... they'll blow the roof off the place.
Yeah.
But it's outside, so we're very fortunate
There's
that
no
we have
roof.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Montgomery Community Band is going to do a quartet of
cool.
this, quartet of that, and bring in some smaller groups of the band to play different specific kinds of music throughout the day.
Nice.
And they'll start at 11-ish and go all the way till 6:30. And
Oh,
those-
you're gonna have Cat 5 too.
Cat 5, she's been on the show. Super talented young lady, and she's agreed to make it out. She's put us on the calendar, so we're really excited to have Cat 5 out there to kind of break it up if you haven't had a chance to see her. We'll have a program out for that, and they're going to have all that stuff out for people to see. So it says concert, car show, kid zone, cool zone, pet zone, celebrity dog, and swag. There is a celebrity dog.
Yeah, I know.
What's
I
that dog's
know.
name? Do you know?
Kyle's
remember.
the owner, but jeez, I don't know.
I can't remember. He's got his own page now.
He does.
He's got more followers than all of us put together.
Yep.
Yeah, and this dog, this dog has his clothing line. He's got his own food line,
Yeah.
snack line, treats and toys. And you'll be able to see all that. And your pet can take a picture with this celebrity dog because that's what your pet always wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if he told you that, but if you show him this dog's picture and get the reaction I think you're gonna get.
Is it like any kind of pet, or like can I bring my like pet?
Well, as long as
Bearded
it's not
dragon or
something
something?
that the dog would want to eat,
What if it eats the dog?
Ooh, wow.
Anyway.
That could be dangerous. Could be very dangerous. So,
Yep.
car show starts early, 10 and 11, and the food by Citizens Catering, local Conroe, Citizens Catering. So the free Conroe Citizens Concert.
Very cool.
Going to liberate Conroe there, the free Conroe citizens. Free them.
Free the citizens.
Free them. Free the citizens. I think it's going to be liberating. There's it's got a cool zone. I think there's some veteran groups that are coming out for that, and then so you can come in and they do veteran counseling and work with other veterans. They'll have a big cool zone out there. If you sit down for too long, they'll see if you're a veteran and start asking you how to help them or work with them. But there's a lot of places to play. There's indoor and outdoor stuff going on at a lot of the locations. So it should be a lot of fun throughout the day. Giveaways, or artisan market, celebrity dog, food, citizen catering, artisan market. I did see that B52 is doing an otaku festival.
A taco festival.
Otaku.
Oh, a taku.
Like Okinawa, Oki kind of.
Oh.
Yeah, here it is. The B52 Brewing. Here, let me take that off my list
where
here.
is that?
B52 Brewing. It's got the Otaku Festival. This is July 6th and 7th. That's a Saturday and a Sunday. Yours truly will be going to this one. Yeah, me and my son are going to go. He was when he was deployed. He was in Okinawa and came back talking about all the cool otaku food, and I was like, they got this? And he goes, how do you even know what that is? I was like, I go to a lot of otaku festivals. I know what I'm talking about, And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah. And then I started telling him, and he goes, that's only served at like really big celebrations, even there. So the food quality, out of this world. Authenticity, it's been checked. And great beer, great fun, real family-oriented environments, pet friendly area there. And it's a 2-day event. It's free to enter.
Very cool.
And you just buy the snacks and food. And the food is from all over the whole Pan-Asian buffet going on in there. I mean, all over the area there, but of Asia. But they have a different way of cooking almost everything, even the ones that weren't like Asian food. Like the potato tornado.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just put that potato on a swirly thing and then they stretch it out like this, right? And it's like an accordion. They put a toothpick in it, and you pick what the flavoring you want to dip it in, and they roll it and just drop it in this fryer, and you got
sounds amazing.
Holy cow! They were doing like this ranch and chili sauces, and that's the American foods that were there, and then there was like, I mean, you name it, full size octopus,
Ooh,
just
I love
just
octopus.
coast to coast, the bonbons, the little I don't even know what they're called. The ones where they start out as a liquid and they roll them with the tongs and that bowls. They're just super cool. It's an adventure in food and beer, because B52's got all its seasonal beers out there.
Yeah.
One of our top breweries in town. The Otaku Festival.
Very cool.
July 6th and 7th. I think July 6th it's 12 to 9. July 7th 12 to 7. The Thursday, July 11th. I like this one. Might go to this one. I'm on the interested column right now. Very, very interested. The adult drum circle.
Yeah,
and you can bring your adult sippy cups.
It made me laugh when I read that.
Those are permitted. There'll be no cup inspections. 1 cup per person. No coolers welcome.
Where's this at?
It's on Old River Road at the School of Live Music.
Okay.
And it's next door. It's outside. There's like
yeah.
a common between there. And so they're just all going to come together, beating those drums, 7 to 9 p.m. This is a sunset event.
Is Matthew McConaughey going to be there?
Probably.
I mean, I might go. He's going to be there.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's he's getting all right at July 11th at 7 to 9 p.m. and you can call 936-689-6209 and kind of get the idea and the lay of the land there. It's a free event. They're on the patio. They're just having fun. Come on out and enjoy that. It's an adult drum circle. Sippy cups welcome. Let's talk about the Ice House Conroe.
Yeah.
I got them right there and teed up. They've got they've got an after 4th of July fireworks show. So tonight at the Ice House Conroe, Peyton Howie's going to be there. Tyler Tillman.
I love Tyler.
Very good. Jesse Roach, Montana Nagy. There's going to be a fireworks show. It's over on the East Loop, Conroe East Loop. And you can call them over at 832-906-1825. And you can visit them at icehouseconroe.com. That's happening. That's going to be going to be a lot of fun tonight. So if you didn't get the fireworks in, they I think it goes adult at 8. So it's probably not the.
I heard the comedy show was amazing.
It was. I love a good laugh, and I know he made people laugh, and that's the difference. Wherever I am, if it wasn't funny, it just.
Yeah.
And you serve great food, have a great establishment, and then hire a comedian that just doesn't make people laugh. And it's like, man, we tried. We put all that good stuff together. It's got to be funny. It's like an act,
sure.
And he was funny.
Good.
He was funny. So we got a lot of good feedback off a comedy show that goes from bad to good. It's just whether they made me laugh or not. It's not really. If there was anything outside of that, we'd let you know. But it's just he was funny, and the food's great, the atmosphere is great. Everybody kind of enjoys being out there. But I wanted to cut in here because there is another comedy show.
Oh, it's there.
Yeah, and so, there is Jason Cassidy, local Conroe favorite here. He's gonna be at the Big Barn July 17th.
Okay.
Jason Cassidy, and it's his birthday celebration. You'll go out and see Jason Cassidy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where is
Also,
my comedian?
Ice House on Main. Is this the Hullabaloo Music Fest?
Yeah.
Is that part of
all
that?
That's Hullabaloo music. All of that.
Paul Wall's gonna be there.
Yeah.
I love Paul Wall.
He's gonna be there. Paul Wall.
And
baby.
Saving Abel. I love Saving Abel. Those are fun. That looks like a great festival.
Right?
Yeah.
It's all over the downtown area, kind of like our Conroe Crossroads, the Hullabaloo Festival. It's Zach Rushing is the comedian.
Oh, okay.
Zach Rushing. So Zach Rushing will be at the Big Barn August 2nd.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and I wanted to make sure we brought that up because, Zach Rushing he's known to be funny. I you just got to stay funny. You can go watch some of his stuff beforehand, make sure it's the ticket you want to go
yeah,
to.
for sure.
And same thing with Jesse Roach and some of these other, the other comedians out there. You can kind of go watch them. So when they have this bench that you can go see, it's nice to see that the humor's in line with you. And, it's still humor. Somebody's getting offended, or it ain't funny.
Well, exactly, exactly. You don't go to a comedy show and wait to be offended.
So just to recap on the Ego lineup, Shakira, the tribute, She-Wolf, will be at August 9th over at Ego Cuisine. 1999, the Prince tribute, July 20th. Brooks and Strait, the Brooks and Dunn tribute, July 12th. And those 3 acts will be over there. The Mike Donald Band will be July 13th at the Ice House Conroe. And cue them up on YouTube. Give them a listen. It's going to be right around the corner. It's July 13th, so you're going to run right into it the weekend after or the week after. And you want to know who he is, so you don't say you missed it. So, yeah, some of these folks, like I heard that another young lady's playing at one of the Baytown that was on The Voice and ranked up or won. I can't tell, but she's playing at the Baytown event for the city of Baytown, Parks and Recreation.
Very cool.
And some of these bigger cities, they all have some events going on of their own. We're just not, in tune with all of these things. We don't bring them in our circle because they're just a little further out, and we kind of wish you'd go to a Conroe, Montgomery, or Willis, Huntsville event. Or even the Woodlands, just keep it local, buy local, spend local, enjoy your time local, and it just keeps blossoming and cultivating a better local entertainment community. We end up having better venues like Ego and another dance floor to go play on in that culture that we thrive on. We love. I know I do. And and I like the variety of it all. Joe Burleson is I believe saxophone piano player. I'm sure he's versed in other music as well. But he'll be doing the Summertime Blues and Jazz event over at Do-Si-Do, the Big Barn, July 6th. That's Saturday.
Tell you what I'm excited about is the New Kids on the Block with Paula Abdul and DJ Jazzy Jeff.
DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Listen, that is my era thing.
Yeah, if we could just get Will Smith out there for a little
I know,
bit.
we'll see. But that's Saturday, July 13th at the Cynthia
I just see
Woods.
Kid and Play in my head with Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff in the background.
I still know the dance. And Paula Abdul.
Okay, so when is that?
That is Saturday, July 13th at the Cynthia Woods.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, coming up.
And Cynthia Woods, we want to keep just mentioning the September 21st first show for the Glass Animals.
I'm so sad I'm not going to be in town to see this. I love the Glass Animals, and my friend
Great
just
show.
asked me about it, but yeah.
That's September 21st, 7:45 p.m. Luke Prater. Now, Luke Prater, if you ain't seen a Luke Prater show, he knows all the country songs. Let me tell you, all the old ones, all the new ones. He writes others. He's not afraid to do a cover song, but he puts his thing on it, makes it his. He owns it, and he's got a great band. There's some true cowboys there. His wife designs, makes all his clothes. I got a couple Luke Prater shirts in my closet because they look so cool. I mean, he's cool, but I'm not buying 2 concert shirts at one concert since AC/DC. You know what I mean? That just hadn't happened. But I got 2 Luke Prater shirts.
Hey.
Yeah, they at least look cool. They were, there was like, man, that's a good looking shirt. Who's doing your shirts? I was like, who does this? And my wife. I'm like, you're kidding me. So yeah, and not great shirts, but great music. A great young artist. He tours all over Texas and the Gulf Coast, and I think he's done some other stuff outside of that. We'd love to get Luke to come up and visit on the show. But if Casey, you don't get a chance to ever get to September 14th, you can go see him play if you hadn't had a chance yet.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to see them.
September 14th, Ice House Conroe. And you can call and book those in advance, and that and a few other of these at Ice House that I mentioned.
Mike Donald Band?
Ticketed events, yeah. So you can check that out. The Mike Donald Band and
that's at the Ice House, too.
That's this weekend, or next weekend. Next weekend. Cage the Elephant Neon Peel Tour, July 12th tonight over at the Cynthia Mitchell Woodlands Pavilion. Cage the Elephant.
Next Friday.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Why do I keep moving this a week ahead? I'm in trouble. And then the July 13th, same thing. The next day, same place. That's going to be Guns Hot coming in after Cage the Elephant.
Go, girl.
New Kids on the Block with Paul Abdul, DJ Jazzy Jeff.
I may or may not be there.
One of my favorites, Kay Watson.
Yeah.
We're going to bring Kay Watson back on the show.
Yeah.
She's amazing. And she's the whole package.
Of course.
She's
beautiful. Can sing.
She can totally sing. Yeah. And it seems like I've seen some guys that can come in and just really talk, and I just want to play a guitar to it. You know what I mean? It's like, that's the countryest song. You just almost rhymed some of the things in there. But Kate Watson is that natural. That where you just want to play guitar while she hums along, and I bet she sings in her house like all day long. And her dad's a musician over at the Cowboy Church. He works with the band and does all that stuff. And I coordinator, so don't let me mess up titles over there. I don't mean any disrespect. But again, he works with her in her music and the writing and how they play it so well, and you could just tell that she's not working alone. You know, this is a team thing. She's good, and they're taking it up another notch every time as they work together, as he works with her, and she's just blossomed and doing a great job. She'll be over July 11th, Thursday, at the Do-Si Do, the Big Barn. That's the show. Let's go, Kate. Let's go. Heritage Park Thursday concert. I hate it when they're at the bottom of the page because I don't know where the other page goes. Oh, there it is. Let's see. July 11th, right? That's a Thursday, I think. Yep, level 1 band. It's the Heritage Park concert series, and that's just a free concert here in the park on 500 Collins Street. You can go out and catch that. Kids suggested lots of places, and you can head over our friends over to Game Changer afterwards and take the whole fam down there and play all night for $10, $5. Yeah, go out and check that. Game Changer has great food, great prices. I think you can play all day for $10 over to Game Changer. And you come after a free event like this, and family of 5, you spent $50
for sure, and they can play
all day, the whole time.
Games. Yeah.
The whole time. And there's an adult area. They got a caged in little adult area for the adults. It's for the adults. You know, we put the adults in there.
Yeah.
I think that works out great. You know, they're little adult areas. It's really nice.
Absolutely. I love that place.
Yeah, it's good. Really, really safe. I feel safe in the adult area. Also, the Gatlin Brothers live at Do-Si Do, the Big Barn, October 27th. Got a little time for that one. Every Sunday, Canberras, you can catch their jam session over at Table at Medley.
My favorite.
I love it. Yeah. David Tribble. I don't know David Tribble. Do you know David Tribble?
I don't.
We got to call him on the show so we get to listen to some of his music right here at this very table. So Dave Tribble, you can catch him. He's going to be at the Whiskey Bar tonight. So if you can make it out to get to visit with him tonight. Otherwise, I swear to you, I'm going to make every effort I can to try to get Dave Tribble to come on the show so we know better.
Yeah.
So we're going to work on trying to get David in here. And if you're listening to David, a friend of David, tell him there's a show.
Call Chelsea and be like, hey, give me his number.
There's a show that said your name one too many times.
There you
know. Endless Summer, we brought it up, the Beach Boys group. I just wanted to give the date. They're there tonight at the Big Barn. So now you can catch David Tribble tonight at the Whiskey Bar, and you can catch the Beach Boys tribute, Endless Summer, tonight at the
Big Barn.
Big Barn, yeah. Okay, Run to You tour, Bryan Adams tribute band. I'm gonna run to you.
Yeah.
That's over at Bernhardt Winery.
Yeah.
Bernhardt Winery. That's going to be July 28th. Towards the end of the month, they're still selling tickets for that. They got the new indoor pavilion. They got all kinds of stuff set up out there. The Coffee and Classics over at Hunger Crush on Lake Conroe. If you hadn't been to Hunger Crush on Lake Conroe, it's in the Water Point Center, right? Mm-hmm. Right there next to between Fajita Jack's, Bar Lago, Hunger Crush, and it seems to get lost in that little shadow between the Montes and but I'll tell you what, they just upped the game. They just put in this huge frozen machine. It's got 5 different flavors of different kinds of frozen drinks that they're practically giving away over there. There is a pina colada in that tahine. I don't know. The margarita to me were good. They were good. Frozen margaritas are frozen margaritas, like a Slurpee with tequila.
Yeah.
You know, love it. I'm like, yeah, it's a margarita. You know, but the tahine, I just fought it all the time. I never really put it on any.
So good.
Oh my gosh, it just married that pina colada. They were like to be together. You know, they were. You guys hadn't met.
Can you imagine?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So the tahine pina colada over at Hunger Crush served 7 days a week. So you can come down there. You can order it any time after, legal hours, I guess. But got to try the pina colada.
Yeah. That sounds amazing.
It is. It was the only reason I went over there. They were like, we serve food, right? I was going to eat.
Yeah.
Just sucking that straw down the whole time.
It's called a liquid diet.
Well, I did eat, though. So William Beckman and Django Walker over in Fredericksburg, July 20th. And you got to catch one of those shows. It says Django Walker's a storyteller.
I feel like him and DB would get along.
Yeah, he'll talk you out through it, and then he'll play a song that, what is it? Does his dad say California Freeway? I think
I have no idea.
That Santa Monica Freeway. Yeah, I think that's one of the songs his dad sang. Yeah, I'm working on it, but I believe so. Cole Wetzel over July 27th, Cynthia Mitchell Woods Pavilion, July 27th. We can catch that show. The Run to You tribute band at Bernhardt wrote that. Taku Festival, that's happening. Yeah, I'm all about that. That is July 6th. Okay.
Yeah, you've been talking about that for a while.
I got blown away. I didn't even know what the word. I could barely say it, And then I went to this event and we were blown away. And folks, I think that's all we have.
Yeah,
Again, the Free Citizens Concerts, our premier event. We'd like you to check out Ice House Conroe and their schedule. And we brought up all the ego stuff, guys. Check all these folks out that have been on the show today, and they can come to the show, support the show. You can do that by following the links below. You can donate, you can contribute, make a pledge if you'd like, sponsor the program. Thank you for watching, folks. We'll see you next week right here on the Texas Ticket.
Lone Star Radio on.